Boys and girls, we've been talking about prefixes the last few weeks. We even had a spelling list with some prefixes last week, working on the prefixes un and re, and being able to add them to root words so that they make sense. Today we're going to do a small group activity where we're really going to focus on the meanings of some new prefixes. And we're going to practice putting them together with some root words and analyzing them. And when we analyze something, that means we're going to really think about it and decide if it makes sense. We're even going to play a little game together that will help us learn how to analyze prefixes matched with root words to see if they make sense. So these are our 6 prefixes we're going to be working on today: re, un, in, sub, dis, and miss. We're going to be working on putting our prefixes, which you'll notice, these 6 yellow prefixes on the pocket chart I have on a yellow word cube. And we're going to practice rolling our prefix cube and rolling our word cube with our base or root words and putting them together to try and make words that make sense. We're going to make a list up here on the pocket chart. We're going to list examples, eyes up here please, and we're going to list non-examples. I'm going to model how this game will go. So I'm going to roll my word cubes, and I came up with re. I have to put the yellow one first because the prefix goes before the root word. Natural. I'm going to stop and think about this for a minute. Re. Re means back or again. And natural means coming from nature. Can something be back at nature or again at nature? That doesn't really make sense. And it also just doesn't sound right. Re-natural is not a word we would use when we speak. And it's not a word we would see when we read. So I would put re, the prefix, and natural, the root word, in the non-example column because it doesn't make sense. All right, so now we're going to move on to Carrie. And Carrie's going to give the prefix cube and the word cube a roll. Okay, can you read your new word for us?
Subcomplete.
Good reading. Let's take a look at our definitions up here and decide if that word makes sense. Can you read me the meaning of the word sub?
Under or beneath.
Under or beneath. And we know that the word complete means to do something and finish it. Can you under or beneath complete something, Carrie?
No.
That does not make sense. So which column would that go under?
Non-example.
Non-examples. So I'm going to put sub and complete. Now so far we've come up with 3 non-examples. We have the word re and natural. I can take one of my other prefixes. I'm just going to go down the list here. I'm going to use un and try and match it with that. Is that what you were thinking, Brandon?
Yeah.
Good thinking. Un means not, and we talked about natural means from nature. Can something be not from nature, Brandon?
Yes.
Yes, it can. So we can use our non-examples to make sense of it and do some analysis and make examples that do make sense. All right, Janelle, it is your turn. I'd like you to roll the prefix cube and the word cube and see what you can come up with.
Re-marine.
Good reading. She stopped and sounded out that word. Janelle rolled the word re-marine. So let's take a look at our definition for re and talk about whether or not that would make sense. Can you read me the definition of re, Janelle?
Back or again.
Back or again. And then we have the root word marine. And marine means anything having to do with water.
Machine.
Can you re-water, re-marine? Would that make sense, Janelle? No. So which column would that go under?
Non-example.
Non-examples. Janelle, can you figure out which word you might be able to make using that root word? Can't. I want you to think you were focusing on the prefix. I want you to focus on the root word that you rolled. Marine. Can you think of a prefix that would go with marine that would make sense?
Submarine.
Good thinking. She looked up at the definitions. She saw that sub means under or beneath. She remembered that the word marine means water. So you could put submarine together and it would make sense. under water. Nice job figuring that out by using your definitions. So which column would I put submarine under?
Examples.
Examples. Excellent job with analyzing that. All right, Brandon, it is your turn.
In a point.
In a point, we have the prefix in. And in, Brandon, would you read me the meaning of that prefix?
Not or opposite of.
Excellent reading. Not or opposite of. And a point we talked about was to make someone in charge of something. I used the example. I decided to appoint Samuel as the table captain. Brandon, can you in or not or opposite of? Not appoint.
No.
Brandon, I want you to take a look at the non-example that you made when you rolled the word cubes, which was in a point. And I want you to think of, by looking at the definitions of our other prefixes up here, a word that you could make using a point, but with another prefix.
Re-appoint.
You put the prefix re with a point. And read me the definition of the word re, Brandon.
Back or again.
Back or again. And we said a point is to make someone kind of in charge of something. A point and re would probably go together, because can you appoint or make someone again,
Yes.
Brandon? Yes, you can. So that would be a great way of putting a new prefix with the base or the root word appoint and make a word that makes sense. So I'm going to take my prefix re and my root word appoint, and I'm going to put those under the example column. So today, in our activity with prefixes and root words, let's take one last look at our example column that we came up with. I'm going to read through these out loud, and you can read them with me as well as I point to each one. The first one is unnatural,
Submarine.
reappoint,
Disappoint.
Boys and girls, now that we finished our activity of matching together some prefixes and some root words, we came up with many examples and non-examples, I'm going to give you the opportunity to follow through with this activity and get some more practice, both independent and with a partner. You will find this same activity with a list of directions at the theme center for our next center rotation. Right? So I look forward to seeing what you can show me when you go to your partner activity at centers and continue with the word cubes.